I have tried everything. I tried the keto diet, no carbs, boiled eggs only fruits, no food, exercise, girl, you name it all. I tried everything and none of it stuck. Like nothing worked. I thought it was my genetics. I thought I could never ever attain a flat tummy. I thought I was just not one of God's favorites, but I guess I had it wrong. And this is the only thing that worked for me. I recently lost 10 kgs. Yeah, but the weight is still falling off every single week, every single day. During that time, I was watching a lot of YouTube videos on how people were saying how they lost their weight too. And it helped me so much to keep me motivated. I was learning one or two things from them. And now that I have finally lost the weight, it's only fair that I come on here and share my own story to help motivate other people, because babe, it is so attainable. I used to think like I could never ever have a flat tummy in my life. I have come here to share my own story just to motivate you and to help you and to let you know that you can do it. The first point I'm gonna give, and I'm starting with this point because it is so important. It is a personal journey. It's not a one size fits all type of thing. Losing weight, you need to understand the kind of person you are. Let me explain. For example, I am somebody who when I eat, I need to be filled up. I need to eat properly. And then that is why I came to the realization that if I want to eat 1,500 calories a day, I'm gonna explain all these calories later, but I just want you to understand what I mean by it's a personal journey. If I'm eating 1,500 calories a day and I'm somebody who needs to eat, so I decided to do intermittent fasting, because when I eat once, I want to really eat. And then imagine you're someone who, when you want to eat, you can eat just a little bit. As long as you have something little in your stomach, you're good to go. You cannot skip breakfast. If not, you'll be shaking. Okay, they're gonna call the ambulance on you because you're gonna faint somewhere. You need to know that, okay, maybe I can divide my calories 500. That is why you need to understand that it's a personal journey. On another aspect of the fact that it is personal is that you need to understand that this is something you want for yourself and this is something you want to do. And sometimes the people around you might influence it. At the end of the day, it's just you. The one who truly wants this so badly is you. And you need to realize that. Unfortunately for me, I have always been one of the biggest in the friend group. I had to separate myself because most of my friends, they want to gain weight. They don't want to lose weight. It was always a clash because we used to eat together. We cook together a lot. And now, how does this apply to you? As someone who wants to lose weight, let's say you're in a family house, you need to understand that you can be eating the same as everybody because they don't want to lose weight. You're the one who wants to lose weight. So you need to separate your eating style. Maybe you can prepare 2 separate meals. You cannot make everybody at home start eating only chicken breast and vegetables because you want to lose weight. So you need to understand this, that it's something that you need to separate yourself and come to the realization and start doing it for yourself. I used to eat with my friend. We used to cook together, eat together all the time. She's a great person. Everything was fine. But the problem was she wanted to gain weight and I wanted to lose weight. So how was that going to happen? The math was not mathing. So the first step I did when I started my weight loss journey was I started making my own meals. She'll cook her meals and I'll cook I had to be like, nah, girl, we can't be doing this. We can't be eating together because it's not working for me. So I started making my own meals, and that was the first step I took. Maybe you're alone. If you're alone, that's great. But if you're around people who don't share the same view as you, it might affect you a whole lot. It's a personal journey. Firstly, from the fact that you are different. Your body is different. Understand your body. Understand what you can take. Even though you might learn and be motivated from other people's story, your body is different from theirs. Once you understand how you are and the kind of person you are and the number of times you can eat, for example, you can be able to lose weight very easily because you're not trying to put yourself in someone else's box. You're being in your own box, you're being in your own space, and that is what's going to help you. You might have to detach yourself from some certain people, especially friends or families, not emotionally, not in a bad way, just when it comes to food and dieting and what you eat and how many times you go out. You're gonna need to be patient. Like, I have tried a lot of things before, and every time I wanted a quick fix. One of my friends was trying to lose weight and she told me, and I was asking her like, how many kgs are you planning on losing a day? And she was like, 1 kg in 1 week. At that time I was like, 1 kg in 1 week? Yeah, that could not be me. I need those kgs dropping daily. I had to change my mindset that this is a slow process. It took me 25 years to build this weight. I'm not just gonna lose it all in one day. Of course it's gonna take longer than a week, a month to drop the weight. I was dropping my weight 1 kg in 1 week, and I think that is quite healthy. Luckily for me, for some weeks I might skip 2 kgs or 1.5, and in some weeks I don't drop anything. I was weighing myself weekly. I wasn't weighing myself daily. I do recommend that please weigh yourself weekly. I never saw the scale go up. Some weeks it stayed normal, and during my period I do not weigh myself because you need to stay motivated. I know the same motivation is not what's gonna keep you, and that is true to a certain point. But let's say every day you're exercising, you're eating right, but the weight is not going down. It's gonna be difficult for you. It's gonna be so difficult for you to want to continue. First day I saw that scale drop, I was so motivated. I was like, I got this, I got this. When you see that scale drop, you are going to be so motivated. You're gonna want to push through. You're gonna want to continue. That is why I recommend that you weigh yourself weekly, because daily the scale can fluctuate a lot and it might not motivate you as much. I used to weigh myself every Wednesday when I wake up on an empty stomach. I also recommend you weigh yourself on an empty stomach. When I'm on my period, I know that I always get bloated. I don't want to see the scale. I don't weigh myself. Also, do not be obsessed with the scale. I'm saying this because sometimes the scale will not be accurate. I was lifting weights, so I'm gonna talk about the exercises I was doing later, but I was lifting weights, so sometimes the scale can go up, but do not be obsessed with the scale. But if we're being honest, you're here to drop kgs, right? You want the scale to go down. That is the whole point. If you're doing body recomposition, that is another video for another time, but this video is about dropping. Do not be obsessed with the scale, but we want the scale to go down. If the scale doesn't go down, do not stop doing what you're doing. Check yourself. Did I eat correctly? Did I do everything correctly? But be very honest with yourself. When you see that scale dropping, that is how you're it's gonna ginger you. Yes, that is the word I was looking for. It's a long process. You're gonna need something to continue boosting you up, and trust me, that scale dropping is what's gonna do it. Now, let's get to the big dog. You have to eat in a calorie deficit to lose weight. There is no one or two ways about it, and I'm sure you know that already. I was eating in a calorie deficit. Now, was I strict counting my calories? Not really. Keep your meals simple if you can. I kept my meals so simple. Chicken breast, veggies, some sweet potatoes. The reason why I didn't strict count my calories was because my meals were so simple. If your meals are so simple, it makes calorie counting so easy. Now, how do you know what amount of calories? Just go online and you're gonna search, and they're gonna show you what is your deficit. You don't have to go so low. As little as even 300 calories less can still get you to drop the weight over time. It just depends on how long you want to take it. And remember, we're being patient. We're taking it slow. Don't push yourself to a point where you're gonna burn out. This is one of those points where you really need to understand the kind of person that you are. And I think sometimes we eat too little. 1,000 calories can be a lot of food depending on what you're eating. Eat vegetables, and I don't count the calories for my vegetables. I'm sorry, you cannot convince me that I can eat enough amount of vegetables to make me gain weight. I eat low calorie food. That is what helped me. Chicken breast for my protein, egg white. Oh my god, I learned this egg white trick later on, which is so much better than just consuming the whole full egg, because that has more calories. I didn't want to lose my muscle weight, so I was trying to maintain my protein goal, but I wasn't always maintaining my protein goal. I don't take breakfast. I intermittent fast. I have never been someone who likes to have breakfast. I think I just don't have the time for it. But if you're someone who likes breakfast, that is so good. So having to eat so much protein sometimes, because sometimes I have meals just once a day. Most of the time I have meals like just lunch and dinner, or I have just dinner. It was so difficult for me to eat that much protein one time. Sometimes you might have to sacrifice your protein goal for your calorie deficit. I used to do that because at this point in time, my main priority is to lose weight. But you can definitely meet your protein goal in a calorie deficit. Eating stuff that are very low in calories and high in protein is really gonna help you to meet your protein goal. And that is chicken breast, egg white, and tuna. Concerning my food, anything that is gonna stress me, I do not want to. Things like oil, I wasn't cooking with oil. I wasn't using salad dressing. I eliminated those things to make my life easier. Because I like to eat a lot, I'm not gonna be wasting my calories eating oil, salad dressing. I do recommend that if you can drop some of these things, definitely drop them, because the less little things that don't get you filled, like cooking oil, salad dressing. Those things that just add flavor to the food that you can definitely do without. The less of those things, the more of the other things that can actually keep you filled and make you feel like you're not gonna pass out any moment. I found other ways to add flavor to my food, or I didn't just need the extra flavor. Okay. I do want to stress on one very big point, which is checking the labels on the things you buy. Make sure you check how much calories does this thing have, what are the ingredients. You're gonna be shocked at how something as little as this will have this amount of calories. And that was one of the mistakes that I made when I first started out, because I was so scared to become these people that go to the grocery store and they're like checking the labels and reading the ingredients. I didn't want to become those people, but you have to become those people. I'm sorry, you're one of us now. And when they say per serving, know what per serving means. Check, is it per gram, per 100 gram, per what? This amount of calories per what? Definitely do recommend preparing your own food. That is going to help you a lot, so you don't have to go crazy reading labels. But when you go to the grocery store to buy stuff, anything, make sure you check the labels. Okay, let's talk about exercise. You can definitely lose weight without exercising. I do recommend you exercising. I was going to the gym even before I started my weight loss journey. Whenever I go to the gym, there is this bakery, this pastry shop downstairs. I'll pass and I'll go there and I'll be like, damn, it smells so good. Those people, they were evil. Because tell me why you are gonna put a pastry shop beneath the gym. The weight wasn't going anywhere. I was looking the same. Even though people say exercise doesn't burn as much calories, at time it helps you. Let's say in a day you can exercise and burn 200 calories. That looks small, but at the end of a week, at the end of the month, that will be a lot, and it might even be a kg. So I don't undermine exercise, because it can also be one of those things that can help you to maybe, instead of eating at a 1,500 calorie deficit, you're eating at a 1,800 or 1,700, just because your exercise is balancing it up. But definitely you cannot outrun a bad meal, so your dieting has to come first. Actually, you can outrun a bad meal if you want to run for the whole day. I walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes before my workout, low speed inclines, and then I leave. Later on, I started hitting my steps. I started going outside and walking, and today I'm hitting like 20,000 steps. So I definitely recommend that if you are starting, just move your body. Honestly, it's as simple as that. Just move your body. We don't want to take the stairs no more. We find a parking spot that is closest to where we're going to. We sit down all day. All these things are maybe the things that make your body just dry. I do recommend moving your body more than you already do. Like, if you're someone who doesn't walk at all, just walking 5,000 steps a day is gonna help you a lot. Go outside, take a walk. Walking is so good for you. People are not hyping it up for nothing. You can definitely get a walking path. If you're someone who doesn't have a lot of time to exercise, that is what I recommend. Just move your body more than you normally do. Concerning weightlifting, I lift weights because, babe, I want my body to be tea. I'm a black girl. I need my body. When I started lifting weights, I was feeling so hungry. I was like a monster. When I come back from the gym, I need to find food. I have 30 minutes to find food. So if you are a beginner, I would recommend you lift low weight. Okay, like, don't lift too heavy, because it might get you so hungry, and then you're gonna overeat, and then you're just gonna cancel everything that we're trying to build here or trying to lose. So you're not a bodybuilder. Why are you lifting like one? You increase the weight a little bit and just push to failure, and that's all. You don't have to. You can increase the weight gradually. You don't have to lift as much. I think that really helped me too was not going to bed immediately after I eat. Like, I used to be that person that when I eat, I just want to lay down. Try to move your body after you have a meal. If you can eat as early as possible, at 6 p.m., that would be good. 5 p.m., that would be great. But one thing with steps is you don't have to have all your steps one time. If I tell somebody I do 20,000 steps in one day right now, they'll be like, oh my gosh, do you spend your whole day walking? And I'm like, no, I start early. Like, if I want to go grab something, I just walk in the evening. You don't have to like wait till night or evening to walk this long distance just to reach your 10,000 steps or how many thousand steps you want to attain. You can get it gradually. It's gonna help you. You get so much better with time. Trust me, when I started, I was a mess. I didn't know how to count calories. I didn't know what to eat. Now I can just eyeball it and be like, okay, I think this is this amount of grams and it has this amount of calories. Even though at the beginning it might seem like it's a lot and there's a lot to figure out, you can take it easy. Start small, one day at a time. You're gonna learn a lot of things as you go. As long as you're honest with yourself and you're willing to learn and you're willing to improve, you definitely get better better with time. This is a lifestyle. You don't just want to start something and then when you drift off, you gain back all the weight. So I am trying to make it a lifestyle. So I'm incorporating more things into it as I go on. It is going to get easier with time. Trust me. At the beginning, it's going to feel like this is so hard. But as you go, it's going to get so much easier. Be gentle. Go easy on yourself because you will become an expert as you progress. Give yourself grace. Be honest with yourself and give yourself grace. Please give yourself grace. I am begging you. And the reason I'm saying this is because there was this time I was sick and I was not feeling well. My body was fighting to survive, but I was beating myself up for not being able to go to the gym. And I went to the gym and I walked on the treadmill and I couldn't lift weights and I was feeling bad. My body's trying to fight an illness and I am here feeling sorry, feeling bad for not going to the gym. Take accountability, be like, okay, I admit that I did eat over my calories today. It's fine. But please be nice to yourself. Give yourself grace. You are human at the end of the day. One bad meal doesn't automatically cancel all your progress. Don't feel like if you fail, if you don't get it right one time, you lost. You didn't lose. Get up and continue. And giving yourself grace is not being dishonest with yourself, because there are some days where I was like, I don't want to go to the gym today. I don't want to walk. And then I thought, are you being lazy? Are you procrastinating? Or your body is tired? And I was like, no, I'm being lazy. So you need to be honest with yourself. Like, when are you being lazy? Are you giving yourself too much grace? Try to differentiate when your body just needs rest versus when you're being lazy or when your mood is not a problem. But definitely give yourself grace. Hey, I know I've said a lot, but I really just want to say you got this. Like, you really got this. Like, you might be feeling demotivated, or maybe you're like, I've tried this a couple of times, or even if this is your first time and you're like, can I do this? I've tried this before, I didn't get it right. Or you're like, can I really do this? Listen to me and trust me when I say it is possible. Share your story in the comments. We'll be cheering you on all the way. I have fallen so many times. I didn't even know when I started this time around that this was the time I was gonna get it right. I've tried to lose weight so many times that I used to feel like whenever I tell my friends that I'm on my weight loss journey again, they'll be like, girl, you've come again with this. They were never saying that to my face, but that is how I felt. You can imagine how many times I have tried to stay consistent. Don't give up. I understand. Trust me, I understand. It might be hard. It might get rough. You might feel like, I just don't want to do this anymore, but don't give up. Don't give. And even if you fall, you get up and you continue, because this is so possible. And let me tell you the good news. It is so rewarding. Trust me. I look at myself in the mirror now. I mean, I've always been a fine girl, but I look at myself in the mirror now, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to marry you. It is so rewarding. I feel so light. I think people only focus on the outer appearance of losing weight, but people don't understand how it heals you inwardly. I feel so good sometimes. I used to have a lot of heartburn. It's gone. Just telling yourself that you're going to do something and then you do it, it's really a boost for you to be able to take up other challenges in the world. So I'm begging you, don't give up. I know it might get hard. I know you're going to feel discouraged. Whenever you feel that, you come back and watch this part of this video and read the comments you're gonna drop under here, because we're gonna be in the comment section cheering you on. And this is how I want to end this, by saying that you really got this. You're not alone. You might feel like you're alone, but trust me, you're not alone. People understand and people are cheering on for you, and we know that you're gonna come back here and say you did it. Just be patient with yourself, be consistent, give yourself grace, take accountability, and trust me, hard work does pay. It pays. It's rewarding. Once that scale drops, baby, you're gonna be on fire. You're gonna be on fire. So you got this. You really do. You got this. Okay? We'll swallow